Shinny. He's got a fair deal of ability, no doubt about that. So these runners about to come forward for the running of the second, in fact the third race on the program as we get into this deep into this program, and they're coming up into the gates quite well. $3 about the favourite here, number 6, which is Rattle My Cage, $3.70 offhanded, who's been very well backed, and Collusion's been heavily backed as well at $6.60. So they are the top contenders. What is a very strong betting race. Offhanded's favourite on track. Gee, they put something on it and Collusion. They've both been very heavily backed. Now, offhanded Deep Heat to move in. Miss Gypsy Rose, I think, has moved up to the back of the gate. Trust Me, I'm Blonde, Bally Opera. Offhanded by Lonro. He's had a terrific run. Rattle My Cage by Lionheart, and Collusion by Niello, of course. Half-brother to the great Lonro. And Shamoline Warrior, a lovely horse. He's by Shamadale out of Piccadilly. Now, Miracle Mal-trained her. She raced against the great filly Unworldly. She was placed third or second in a flight stakes one year. And Malcolm Johnston training her. She wasn't overly big, if my memory serves me correctly, from calling her in Sydney. But she's thrown a lovely type here in Shamoline Warrior. But they've smashed two here, Collusion and Offhanded. Offhanded, heavily back favourite. Now we're waiting for just a few to move in. Cassini Roy Conquest to move in, and also Rattle My Cage. It was well supported on debut, and Deep Heat to move forward. And also there's another one out. It could be K-Sane. It's a bit hard to tell from here. Now Deep Heat moving in. So they're coming up well. 320 offhanded on track in from 6. Collusion 460 in from 7. Rattle My Cage 380 from 180. There was plenty of $8 bet about this offhanded, and also a bit better for Collusion as well. Just on a couple of bookies. Now they're just about ready. Cassini Conquest to move in, and there's another one which I just can't see from here. It's Cassini Conquest. In fact, it's the only one, I'm told. Now we're nearly ready to run. Third of the day from sale. Offhanded runs the favourite. Glenn Boss riding. Stablemate in the previous running well without luck. Trust Me, I'm Blonde stands well. They're off, and they've bounced an even line. Bally Opera showed a little speed. Offhanded down near the fence, got away whistling and going straight to the lead. Deep Heat was showing plenty of early speed. Collusion wide out on the track, and Bally Opera just off those from Cassane. They were followed wider out on the course by Shah V. Pushing up on the fence, Rattle My Cage, going up just behind. In fact, it's not Rattle My Cage, it's the other one in similar colours, Miss Gypsy Rose. They were followed next of all by Jury's Kingdom. On the fence behind those runners settling then is Yuma Tane. They were followed wider out on the track, a length and a half away to Trust Me, I'm Blonde. Then further back is Shamoline Warrior. They were followed well out of it, 3 and 4 deep by Test Your Patience. Cassini Conquest near the tail of the field, and Rattle My Cage as last as they turn the bend. Bally Opera in front. Offhanded on the outside, under a bit of pressure to chase it. Wider out Deep Heat as they turn the bend, and back on the fence then looking for a run as Miss Gypsy Rose. Rattle My Cage has come to the extreme outside trying to run on. Offhanded's taken the lead. He's a little bit green. Collusion's after him on the outside. Offhanded ducking back to the inside. Collusion's almost on level terms. Offhanded in front. Collusion trying hard. Can't get there. Flying is Cassane. Rather on the outside, Shamoline Warrior. Gee, Shamoline Warrior's got a big dive in at Collusion. Offhanded weakened the last little bit, and there's not much between the first two. Trust Me, I'm Blonde was next in. They were followed behind those runners then by Cassini Conquest. Test Your Patience just off those. Further back, Miss Gypsy Rose Cassane. Then came Yuma Tane. Deep Heat well back with Jury's Kingdom. Rattle My Cage. And near the tail was Bally Opera. Outside will go home and win this.
A monster performance by Shamoline Warrior. $883. Back third last coming up to the bend. Pulled out wide and has sprouted wings. Michael Rodd combining with Mark Kavanagh. This Shamadale colt out of Piccadilly. The same dam as Derby winner Rebel Raider. And we see Shamoline Warrior flying home late. Collusion and Offhanded, they were the two market movers. They were fighting the race out. Collusion quickly got his head in front, but it was only for a fleeting moment because Shamoline Warrior has really rushed over the top. $8.80 and $3. Collusion $1.90, offhanded $1.70. Let's pick it up. It's back still well out of play there in the lime cap, the white sleeves of the hoops now being brought to the outside. And when it sees daylight, whoosh, quickly sprouts wings and goes over the top of them. Trust Me I'm Blonde has boxed on quite well. It's down towards the inside there in those darker colours, and it's finished in 4th place. So numbers 725, 725, 4th in number 13, Shamoline Warrior. As I mentioned, a half to Derby winner, Rebel Raider. Rebel Raider, who was victorious early in his career over a short course, I think 1,400 metres. $8.80 and $3. Collusion $1.90, offhanded $1.70. The Quinella $22.60, Exacta $40.40, Trifecta $1.57. Of the others, I didn't mind the performance of Test Your Patience. Wide, got back, ran on well. Rattle My Cage got back to last. It battled on okay down the centre, making late ground, but never really in it, those two horses. But big win here. I'm sure we'll find out more and no doubt discover more about this horse later on as it progresses through the grades. But Terry, very good by that horse.
I saw him going onto the track, Adam, and you were saying there a moment ago, I didn't research his breeding. I just had a quick look at it and saw he was by Piccoline. I didn't know Piccoline was the mother of Rebel Raider. That comes as a bit of a surprise. But she was a very good filly, trained by Malcolm Johnston. Had some clashes with the great filly Unworldly. This bloke is a big, strong, cracking sort by Shamadale, and he looked the picture going onto the track, and that's been a big win. Collusion had the race 120 metres out to be nabbed and offhanded, very green, sat on the speed, looked the winner, but he just raced very greenly all the way down the home straight. And as you mentioned, that other horse, Test Your Patience, never on the track. It ran quite well into the bargain, but first, second and third look good. That looks a strong race. Let's go down and find out from Nick Rod what he thinks of this horse.
Well, Michael, just watching you riding the horse coldly at the start, but boy, what a sprint.
Yeah, it was sort of my plan to get back, but he actually missed the start, so ended up a bit further back than what I sort of wanted to be. But he's got gears, and this big track here at Sale, it's a perfect place to bring a horse like this and give him his first start, and just let him go through his gears, and he's got quite a big future, I think.
Did you give him a winning chance coming into the straight, top of the straight?
Just with even luck, we just needed to sort of work our way through them. There's a lot of first starters there, and horses can sort of run in your way, but no. He was travelling very well from sort of the 800 onwards, and I was feeling pretty good.
Are they getting carried away? It looks like a class horse.
Yeah, you don't want to. It's a maiden at Sale. It's a long way to go for to reach the heights of where you'd like to go during the springtime. But he's a big horse, and he's probably going to need given a little bit more time. But no, he's certainly in the makings of a nice horse.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we've discovered nice horse in the making in Shamoline Warrior. Well, Merv Harvey from the team's about to join us as well. And Merv, what can you tell us about that one?
We've always had a bit of an opinion of him. He's a lovely big horse, and he's a half-brother to Rebel Raider that won the VRC Derby, so he's only going to get better as time goes on.
Came to the races with confidence today?
We was confident he'd go well, but it looked a pretty strong race on paper, and there were some nice horses in it.
Do you know what Mark's got in plan for this horse this campaign, or is it more of a next campaign kind of proposition?
I would say it probably next campaign. We'll probably see how he pulls up. We might give him one more, or we might give him a break.
Merv, well done, and looking forward to seeing him again.
Yeah, thank you.
Merv Harvey joining us from the Mark Kavanagh yard with Shamoline Warrior. How'd you like that one, Frank?